A Soviet suicide dog, carrying explosives, lay on the railway tracks. As a German train approached closer and closer, the military dog quickly rolled over, pulled the detonation pin, and used its mouth to remove the explosive pack. Then, it crawled under the train. With a massive explosion, both the dog and the German train were reduced to ashes. Soviet suicide dogs caused heavy losses to the Germans. In response, the Germans sent 2 scouts to secretly infiltrate the Soviet dog training base. However, they were spotted by a military dog. Panicked, the Germans quickly threw some biscuits. After eating them, the dog ran away, allowing the Germans to breathe a sigh of relief. After identifying the Soviet fire positions, the German scouts launched a sudden attack. They killed the dog trainer with a dagger and called in the main force, attempting to wipe out the base in one strike. Unexpectedly, the trainer was not fully dead. He secretly picked up a rifle, shot and killed the German scouts, then shouted and ran toward the base. German tanks quickly opened fire, hitting him in the back and knocking him down. Hearing the gunfire, the military dogs began barking wildly. The Germans launched a coordinated assault with tanks and artillery, even bringing in howitzers that destroyed the Soviet command post with a single shot. Hearing the explosion, the Soviets immediately requested support, only to discover that the communication lines had been cut by shelling. Under overwhelming German fire, they could not even raise their heads to reconnect the phone line. They sent out a military dog carrying the cable through the battlefield. However, the dog suddenly stopped after seeing the dead trainer lying nearby and refused to leave. Seeing this, a commander had no choice but to send a soldier crawling forward, ordering the dog to continue, but the dog would not obey. As German tanks drew closer, the soldier took out a grenade. He crawled under the tank, waited for it to pass over him, then threw the grenade, successfully destroying the tank. A surviving German soldier crawled out, only to be shot dead by the Soviets. With their heavy firepower gone, the Germans were forced back. The Soviets launched a counterattack and successfully defended the base, though they suffered heavy casualties. To reduce losses, Soviet command decided to train dogs for suicide, anti-tank missions. Eventually, they trained 40,000 anti-tank dogs. Each dog was equipped with a 6-kilogram explosive pack, attached to both sides of its body, with a wooden trigger rod on top. However, on the real battlefield, the dogs could not distinguish friend from foe. They often ran toward their own tanks, resulting in the destruction of 200 Soviet tanks. Therefore, after 1942, the Soviet Union abandoned the anti-tank dog program. After all, killing 800 enemies, while losing 1,000 of their own, was simply too costly.